Do you really know a person as much as you claim you do? What's up, guys? This is your girl Angel, aka Malika Hills. What's up, gang? What's good? How you doing? So, guys, if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, join the gang and subscribe to your girl's channel. And you know what? The girl's gonna bring up some nice content, and if you have suggestions of things that you want her to be putting on the channel, come on and just share it down below, and your girl will be sure to hit you up with some good stuff. So guys, today we are gonna be talking about um does a person really know you as much as they claim they do? Most of the times we have friends, family members, or loved ones that, when you do certain things, they will say, "Oh, I know Angel. Angel will do this. Or Angel reacts like this. Or Angel this." But most times those things are true. But when the Bible talks about before I formed you, I knew you. Like, God is the only person that knows a person so deep, so intense, so, he's the only one that has the power to know somebody that much. I feel like a lot of people wallow in the past because, there's something that is called evolving. And when you grow every single month, every single minute, every single hour, every single year, and you evolve to this new person that you are, growing to be, some people don't change, other people do change. The Bible clearly talks about, "Behold, I am doing a new thing." A lot of people are fixated on the past that they know about you, the past that they saw you go through, the past that they were allowed to be in. And they don't realize that as the past is the past, you are going in the present and you are growing and you are changing. And 5 years ago, you might have been somebody that they thought was ABCD, but 5 years earlier, in your future, you changed and you grew and you evolved, and you had a spiritual awakening in your own life, and a lot of things changed. You began to see things differently, you began to relate to people differently, you began to see things. For example, many times people would say, uh, "I'm only gonna dress up for a special occasion." But darling, the moment you start dressing up, even when it's not a special occasion, that's the time you start living. Because special occasion is every day. Guess what? Every single day someone dies. So why won't every day of your life be a special day? Why would you put you know, a symbol or a tag on your life and say, "Oh, I'm only gonna wear this special dress at this particular place," or "I'm gonna dress up like this only on my birthday"? Why don't you do these special things for yourself every other day? Because every other day is a blessing. Not to divert from the topic that we are talking about. So the thing is, nobody really knows you as much as God knows you. Yes, they might know who you allowed them to know, because somebody can only know you based on what you show them and what you allow them to know. But allowing somebody to know something about you doesn't mean that next year will be the same thing, you will be the same person. Every single day is a day to grow, to learn. I learned something from a friend of mine who always used to say that A loved one of hers always used to say, every day you learn. So if you are evolving and you are growing and you have a spiritual awakening and you begin to change as a person, every single day should be a day for you to learn something. If you're not learning anything, you're expiring pretty much, because every single day is an opportunity for you to learn and grow and expand and evolve. So, nobody really knows you as much as God does, because you can share and be open and vulnerable to a friend, to a loved one, to a family member. But there's this vulnerability that you have when you're around God, when you are all by yourself and nobody's watching. Nobody sees that side of you. Not many people get to see that side of you. When you're real and intimate with God, you know, I would talk to a friend right now and we'll have a conversation and we'll talk back and forth. Like, I'll say something, they say something, and we're communicating, right? The same way that me and a friend would communicate is the same way that I would communicate with God, because having a relationship with God is not just about, God, I need this. You need to have an actual relationship where you know His word, where when something happens, it reminds you of a particular scripture because God revealed it to you as a revelation. Yesterday, I was reading, well, this morning, I was reading my Bible in Matthew, and I was reading about Jesus' story where John the Baptist was talking about, the Messiah that's going to come and he's going to do A, B, C, D. And a particular part of the scripture held on to it was something that, you know, came to my heart, and I was like, wow. It's just the last verse of, is it chapter 2 or 3, where, when Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist, and God said, a voice from heaven came and it said, "This is my son in whom I am well pleased." So even if we have 1 billion people on this planet, God is well pleased with Jesus. Jesus is the only perfect person that ever existed. And in as much as we grow in our journeys as Christians and as believers, or any type of journey that you are growing in, your business or your family, maybe you're expanding a family, you're getting married, etc., etc., we will never be as perfect as God, because we are just human beings. Today I had a talk with a friend of mine, and we were talking about grace. I was telling her about, it is almost impossible for you as a Christian to completely not listen to secular music, because you're just not perfect. So she was just going on and telling me, it's impossible to be perfect because Jesus is the only perfect being that ever lived. And that's why we still live by the grace of God. Because if we lived in the law time, honey, you know that the ground will swallow you. The ground will swallow you immediately you sin. In the old times, the law, when anything happened, if you sinned, the ground will swallow you. These days, we live by the grace of God. But just because we live by the grace of God, we shouldn't take advantage and keep sinning and say, oh, because God's gonna forgive me. No. Imagine he was pierced and bruised because of you. He had holes in his fingers right there and his feet because of you. So anyway, let me not divert to my topic. Let me go back to what I was talking about. So the truth of the matter is, nobody can know you 100% who you really are. I think the only one who knows who we really are, the only one who knows who I really am, is God. And even if I have friends, they know what I allow them to know. I can be vulnerable to them. I can lie to them. I can be different to them. I can act a certain way around them. But with God, God knows my heart. God knows who I am inside me. God knows what I'm thinking in my head. And that's where we talk about grace, because even if you say, I'm not going to listen to secular music because I'm a Christian, but honey, in your mind, when you look at a man and you're like, oh, damn, that man is so fine, and he's not your husband, he's not your anything, you're already sinning in your mind. So that is why we live by the grace of God. We cannot purely live like, oh my God, I'm perfect. It's impossible. We are only human, and we live by the grace of God. So next time anybody tells you, oh my God, I really know Angel, they don't really know you, because the only person that knows who you really are is Jesus. So just think about it. Think about it. Nobody really knows who you really are more than the way Jesus knows who you really are. So that is what I had for you today, guys. Make sure and remember to subscribe to your girl's channel, like, share, and tell somebody about the Malaika Gang. And ladies and gentlemen, I have some good stuff waiting out for you. Honey, do not miss out, and make sure to watch the videos. Don't be greedy, honey. It is just simple. Just sit there, watch. You don't even need to listen to what I'm saying. Just watch the video and let your girl have some hours. Come on now. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, enough of my pep talk, and thank you for watching up to the end of this video. And I hope that this video was helpful for you, and that, you can always remember that God is the only one that knows who you really are. Even if your friends think they do know you, they really don't. Your husband thinks he really knows you, he really doesn't. Or your family thinks they know you because they grew up with you, they really don't. The only one who knows you is Jesus. That's why he talks about it in the Bible, where he knows. He says, before I formed you in your mother's womb, so before you were even confirmed as an existing human, before your parents got to meet and have to create you, God knew you. So God knows you more than anybody else in this world. So you can pretend to everybody else and act a different type of way. But honey, when you are behind closed doors and you are kneeling down before God, he knows you. So just be real with Jesus. Open up to him. If you have things to say to him, just say to him, and he is gonna help you out the best way that he knows how to. God bless you all. Bye-bye.